So finally, the Rangers supporters will be allowed to travel finally. So how important is it for you to have that support away from home?
I think it's massive. I think obviously with the short notice of everything going on, we'll still have a massive crowd there, I'd imagine. They follow us everywhere through thick and thin. So no, it's obviously a big one for us, and it'll be an enjoyable one for them.
So maybe if you could say a few words about this Lyon team, maybe going through a difficult period in the domestic league, but are doing very well in the Europa League.
No, of course, we're under no illusions of how much of a good team this Lyon side are. We've seen that at Ibrox a couple of months back. It was a tough night. I thought we'd done quite well on the night, but couldn't quite get the goals we wanted. But no, it's with some massive individual quality throughout the team, and we're under no illusions that it's going to be a tough game.
I wouldn't say that Steven Gerrard was in love with you. However, he obviously had great belief in you, and whenever he spoke about you, he was always very complimentary. In terms of the new boss, has he been asking you to play in the same manner, play in the same position, or in terms of how the team's been slightly changed under Gio, have you been asked to do anything different?
I think you're playing in midfield. You've always got certain role you've got to carry out from midfield. You've got to be able to pass the ball. You've got to be combative. You've got to want the ball. You've got to be energetic. I think most managers would demand that of the midfielder anyway. So not massive changes. Obviously, the number 6 role is something that the new boss likes to play with as well. So not massive differences, but we can see the little tweaks that the new gaffer's come in and made, and it's working.
Well, John, obviously a slightly different style under the new manager. Is that something that you've enjoyed, and how do you feel you're now settling into life at Rangers? It was something that Stephen spoke about in terms of the new guys coming in and taking time to adapt to the city and the club. Is that something that you found as well?
No, definitely. I think I've settled in now. I think I've settled in quite well. Before the gaffer left, I was settled in. It's a great bunch of lads here. The city's a lovely city to live in, and no, I think I was settled in anyway, but obviously the new gaffer's come in and the lads have been doing magnificently well, so just biding me time to get a chance, and hopefully I can take it.
Hi John, the competition for midfield places is pretty hot anyway, but you've obviously got Ryan Jack coming back as well now, so it's kind of another challenge for you.
No, definitely. As everyone knows, the squad depth is massive, and the quality throughout. There's a couple of players for every single position that could easily play in the first team. So, that only aids the club going forward, and to win things, you've got to have strength and depth. Any injuries along the way, you've got to be able to fill that void. So, no massive competition, and that only stands us in good stead.
Hi John. December's obviously a huge time, huge month for all clubs. I think Rangers have got 8 games. Does that ask a lot of players, and how do you kind of pace yourself through that?
Yeah, no, it does ask a lot, definitely. When you're playing every 2 days, every 3 days, it takes its toll. So, as I was just saying there about the squad depth, I'm sure you'll see the full depth of the squad this month with the amount of games we've got. But no, it definitely does take it out here, and the amount of games we do have nowadays is a bit mad, but it's something you've got to take in your stride.
Hi John, we've seen you slot into a back 3, albeit not for very long, against Hibs. Is that something that the manager spoke about doing again, or was it more a case of plugging a gap in that game when it was needed?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think obviously I could slot in there if needed. Wherever the gaffer calls upon me, I'll obviously be there to help the team. Whether that's something going forward the gaffer sees, I'm not too sure, but if needed there, obviously I'll try my best to fill a void.
John, I know there's nothing to play for tomorrow night in terms of points, but for the players and for players like yourself, do you feel this is a big opportunity for you to get out on the pitch and show exactly what you're capable of to the manager?
Definitely, yeah. If selected, then obviously you've got to go and take your chance. Every game's an opportunity to showcase yourself. So, and we've got paying fans going over there to come and watch us perform. So we've got to go over there and put in a display, definitely.